Hi guys, this is Jason here with another video for you guys. I hope everybody's having a good day wherever you're from. If you're from the US of A, out of the country or whatnot, I hope everybody's having a great day. Today on this video, we will talk about the week 5 and pretty much all the group of 5 games we'll talk about, highlight them, and see if they're big or whatnot. So let's start on the ACC. Miami played North Carolina last night. Miami won 47-10, and Miami got 6 turnovers. It was a turnover chain party and whatnot. So Miami got the victory. Let's go to Saturday games. Tomorrow's games, 9 a.m. on the ABC. The game right after the game day on ABC. Syracuse and the Clemson. The big news out of Clemson is Kelly Bryant will transfer. I've seen that he could go to UCLA, Oregon. Oregon might want him if Herbert goes to the draft, but who knows where Kelly Bryant will play his senior year next year. I like Clemson in this game. I like Clemson in the 25-point range. I think it's going to be a good game. 9 a.m. kickoff. Those early games are very hard. And for Clemson, they're starting Trevor Lawrence. They're going with Trevor Lawrence, the second best quarterback of his class. It should be a good game. I think Syracuse will keep it close, but I like Clemson to come out of there with the W. Boston, the Carters, and the Temple. Temple could beat BC. BC coming off of that loss to Purdue last week. I like Temple to keep it close. BC's favorite by 12.5. This game is 9 a.m. on ESPN. Borden Greenwich is Georgia Tech. I like Georgia Tech to war here. 9 a.m. on the ACC network. Virginia versus North Carolina State on the ACC network at 9:20. I like Virginia to win in a close game, but NC State should keep it close. Pitt versus Central Florida, ESPN 12:30. I like Central Florida to win big. I know Central Florida is the American team. They're ranked 13th right now, and Central Florida could play with the big dogs. I want to say Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, but outside of that, they could definitely play with the Washington, Stanford, Notre Dame. I want to put Oregon in that class. They would probably beat Oregon if they played, but I would have put Texas. They could have beat a lot of good teams, but I don't think they could have beat elite teams. Florida State Florida State sitting there at 2-2, 12:30 on ESPN 2. That's a game that Florida State needs if they need it going Borden. They won't be favorite in a lot of games. They are favored to win this game by 6.5. Florida State needs to win this game. Virginia Tech Duke. How's Virginia Tech going to bounce back after letting one slip right to Old Dominion? ESPN on 4 o'clock. That should be an interesting game to watch. On to the Big 12. West Virginia, Texas Tech, 9 a.m. on ESPN 2. This is a very sneaky, good game. Texas Tech coming off of that big win against Oklahoma State last week in Stillwater. I like Texas Tech to keep it close, but I think Will Greer will make that one play that the Red Raiders didn't. Now I like West Virginia. Kansas, Oklahoma State. I expect Oklahoma State to get on the track 9 a.m. No TV for that one. Beta versus Oklahoma 12:30. Oklahoma they struggle with Navy. I get a triple option on a 1 week 1 week to prepare. I like Oklahoma to bounce beta. Uh, Texas versus Kansas State. Is Texas ready for real? I think they're on the right track. I like Texas. 12:30 on FS1. ESPNU 4 p.m. Iowa State TCU. I like TCU to bounce back from a close loss. At Texas. Let's go to the Big Ten. Very light slate. Central Michigan at Michigan State. I like the Spartans. 9 a.m. on FS1. Michigan State, if they want to keep the slim playoff hopes alive, they have to beat Central Michigan. I'm not saying that they're a playoff team. They have slim hopes. Indiana Rutgers is clearly the worst Power 5 team of all. 9 a.m. kick on the Big Ten Network. Purdue, Nebraska. For Nebraska, baby steps. It has to be baby steps right now. Cornhusker fans, you're not going to get the results that you want out of Scarface. Not this year. This is pretty much a year zero for all new coaches, pretty much taking over a new program. With Scarface, just relax. You may get blown out with most games. But soon as Scarface gets a full roster of his players, they're going to be a good team. I truly believe that. Michigan Northwestern, I like Michigan. Michigan's look so good after the Notre Dame game. That game's a 1:30 kick on Fox. Ohio State, Penn State, this is the game day site game. 4:30 on ESPN. The prime time slate this week is so good. You get Ohio State, Penn State. We're talking about Notre Dame, Stanford here coming up. BYU, Washington. All very good games at the prime time window this week. Ohio State, Penn State. My mind is saying Ohio State wins by 2 touchdowns. But on the other hand, Penn State has Trace Missouri and Joe Collette causing Baker Mayfield diet. The Baker Mayfield-esque player. But Penn State has never lost a game under Trace Missouri at quarterback at home. Penn State could make an interesting, but I think Ohio State with Dwayne Haskins, he's playing at such a high level. Ohio State hasn't had this good of a quarterback since Troy Smith. Troy Smith, his Heisman campaign, he was so dominant. He won a lot of games for Ohio State. I think this will be one of them for Ohio State. I think they cover the 3.5 big. I think they win it by 14 or more. Let's go to we'll save the SEC for that, the Pac-12 for last. Let's go to the SEC. Ole Miss, LSU. I like LSU, but I don't like the 9.5. This game is a 6 p.m. kickoff on ESPN. I think Ole Miss keeps this game close. I don't think LSU offensively is that good to blow out anybody. They struggled with Louisiana Tech last week. That game was 1 touchdown a game in the fourth quarter, in the second half. But I do think Joe Ball will make enough plays for LSU to get a close victory. Alabama, they're playing Louisiana Lafayette. It's week 5 and they're playing Louisiana Lafayette. Um, I like Louisiana Lafayette to beat Alabama, not so fast. I like Alabama to roll. Just kidding. I think Jaden Hurts, not Jaden Hurts, to a target Lavoy won't play the fourth quarter. I think Alabama's going to roll. I waste too much time on that game. A&M against Arkansas A&M. Not only 2 losses, it's to the 2 of the top 3 teams. I like A&M to win big. That's a 9 a.m. kickoff on ESPN. So this game would be actually right after game day. It's the 9 a.m. kickoff on ESPN. The 12:30 game on CBS. I don't know why CBS did it this one. But it's Georgia, Tennessee. Tennessee looks awful. It's gonna take a couple years for Pruitt to get that turnaround. If he does, this is his first Power 5 head coaching job. I don't know if he'll get a 40 turnaround, but Tennessee is. I don't know if they're gonna get to 6 wins. They're at 2-2. I like Georgia to win big. Southern Miss and Auburn, 1 o'clock on the SEC Network. I like Auburn to win big. Tennessee State goes to Vandy on the SEC Network at 1 o'clock. I like Vandy to win big. Mississippi State, Florida, the Dan Morning Bowl. Dan Morning coming back to Mississippi State. He left that, took that, the Florida job. 3 p.m. on ESPN. What I saw from Mississippi State against Kentucky last week wasn't that very impressive. I think Florida, they've played very good football after that Kentucky loss. I like Florida to get a road win against Mississippi State. South Carolina and Kentucky, probably the best game on the SEC. The game will be on the SEC Network, 4 p.m. I like Kentucky. They're playing very good football, especially at home. Guardians now, Terry Wilson, the former Oregon quarterback, never played it down for Oregon, but he was here trying to win a job, but didn't do it and transferred out. I like Kentucky to win this game for sure. Let's go to the Pac-12, which I know the most about. I try to know mostly all of the college football, but really at the end of the day, I don't know anything. Tonight we got on FS1 at 6 p.m. UCLA, Colorado. How will the Bruins play after a bye week? I think Colorado had a bye week too. Oregon Cap, 7:30 on FS1. I already did video on this. I think Oregon wins comfortably. I think they really play it for 60 minutes. And Cal's a good team, but I don't think they'll show it tomorrow night. Utah, Washington State, a very sneaky good game, 3 p.m. on Pac-12 Network. I think the Cougars get a victory at home. Stanford, Notre Dame, 4:30 on the Notre Dame Sports Network, NBC. I like Stanford to win. No, I like Notre Dame to win on this one. I think Stanford, that Oregon game, really, it was a physical game last week that Stanford played with Oregon. I think that took a lot out of them. And I think it shows. Going to Oregon and Notre Dame back-to-back weeks, it's very tough for anybody to do. Notre Dame found the quarterback in Ian Book. I believe they still play Wimbush some, but I think Notre Dame wins by 10. BYU Washington. Washington's favorite by 17, and I don't know why. 5:30 on Fox. We're talking about one of this prime time good against BYU and Washington. BYU will make Washington earn this victory. Um, I'll put Washington up for upset alert until they show me that they could really dominate an opponent. I didn't really see it against ASU. Didn't really see it against Utah. Washington, they're a good team. They don't make mistakes. They just don't win impressively. And that's what concerns me. Ohio State. Oregon State travels to Arizona State, 7 p.m. on the Pac-12 Network. Oregon State, they're going to move the ball on you, obviously. You just can't stop anybody. That's the issue. If they, I want to pick the Bees in this one, but I think Arizona State, after two heartbreaking losses on the road, I think Arizona State wins. And USC Arizona 7:30, ESPN 2. I like USC. I think USC is talented enough that they could play with anybody in the Pac-12 South. I think the South is really good. Arizona a very good opportunity to beat USC and get momentum. Whoever wins this game has the inside track in the Pac-12 South. I think USC get it done. I think JT Daniels is growing as a quarterback each and every week. He played very good in that come from behind win against the Cougars last week. So I like USC to win. And those are all the games in the NCAA world, the Power 5 schools. And I hope everybody is watching this video, and whoever does and doesn't, I wish everybody a good day and enjoy your car this weekend and enjoy your day and have a good day and go Ducks like always.